Hello YouTube, this is Info here. Have you ever wondered, like, can you have too much mastery? Can you have too much skill damage? Can you have too much of some stat? Is there any diminishing returns in this game? That's what I've been asking myself, so I'm figuring out that today I want to try that. I want to like practice in the trial arena, see what we can find out, right? So what I've gone and done here is we've chosen Erato E3 as our target person. We've given her 1 million HP, 4000 speed, just so I can get a few turns before the enemy. I've given her 500% crit rate, but doesn't really matter. 500% effective doesn't really matter. Crit damage doesn't matter because she's using HP burning damage, which ignore defense anyways, and it cannot crit, so it doesn't really matter about those stats, okay? Everything is fine. So mastery I've set at 150% mastery, and we've got no skill damage, we've got no HP burning damage, and now I want to see, like, if I put a blessing onto my gear, onto my character, what will actually help more? Is it like 10% HP burning, or is it maybe 10% mastery? How can I figure out? Is there diminishing return? Let's test it out. Let's start off with doing a test with 150% mastery, and we will be going through all of the rotation like so. So S4 first, she's gonna buff herself with the resolute buff, giving her 40% more skill damage. Then we're gonna go S2, and then because I'm a bit lazy, I'm just gonna finish it off with the basic attack. The reason why that is because otherwise she still has the resolute buff, and each time I go to edit the attributes, then I will have to put the 40% skill damage down to 0, because it kinda snapshots the data, the stats from the moment that you try to edit it, right? So let's see damage here. This is with 150% mastery. No HP burning damage, no skill damage, no nothing. 4,630k. Let's try it one more time. Let's restart this and let's try one more time. 4,630 was the first one. Let's see here. So we're gonna do like that, and we're gonna target the middle guy here just so it's consistent. 4,630 is the exact same damage numbers that we had in the first round, which means it is consistent damage. So there's no variables, there's no RNG, it's going to be the same. Now what we're gonna do this time is I'm going to see what will happen if I add 20% mastery. Like say we have 170% mastery, and I'm gonna restart this with the current settings. How much will my damage end up at? Let's see. So we're gonna go like this, gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go at the data report. So now my damage is 4,940k. Now we're going to do just one more test just to see if this is consistent. So I'm gonna restart with the same stats. 4,940, I think it was. We need to hit around that number to see if it's consistent, and it's the exact same number. So 4,940 is the stat that we're trying to go for. Now let's say I put it back down to 150, and I add instead 10% burn damage. What would HP burn damage? What would that do with my stats? Let's go and see if Erato scales with HP burning once you have 150% mastery. Let's see her damage now. It's 4,963. So it's actually basically almost the same as getting the 20% mastery that I got before. So if you have 150% mastery, it will be more beneficial to add 10% HP burning from a blessing than adding a 20% mastery blessing. So that is very nice to know. Now let's say that I have let's say that I have 100 and let's just put 200. It's a good round number. Let's see the stats with 200 mastery. Let's see if it's still the same. Let's restart with this. Of course the number will be higher now because we have more mastery than we had in the beginning. So now we're at 5,390. Now let's say I have 200% mastery. This is for in-game players, right? 150 is for mid and early game player. You can easily hit 150 mastery. You probably can't hit 150 plus 1 million plus a devour set. That's mostly for in-game or spenders to hit that, right? But let's say we have 200% mastery, and since I've been talking, I actually forgot the number, so let's do it one more time. I need to remember the number here and not talk so much. I'm sorry about that. Data report, so 5451. Okay, let's see. Now let's say, so that's 54. Let's say I add 10% HP burning. What will that do? what would that do to my damage? 5451 is the number. Let's see. Of course it's going to be more, so that's almost 6 million now, almost 6 million. So from 5.4 to 6, so that's massive. That's actually massive. That is from 5.4 to 6, and let's say we don't add that, but I get another blessing. It's a 20% mastery instead. Will I go to 220%? Will I then get the around 6 million damage, or will it be less? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, so you can see the number is lower. It's 5.9 instead of almost 6. So already here you can definitely see that with 200% mastery, then the 10% HP burning that you are adding is adding a lot more value than 20% mastery, where the first time we tried it with 150% mastery, it was almost the same benefit. So basically, yes, we have confirmed there are diminishing returns, and obviously that is math. And of course, the more percentage you add onto a percentage, the less value it becomes. But it's still very nice to test it, right? Because some heroes might scale better than other heroes, and that could be something we could test in the future. But let's say that I have skill damage, so I'm gonna go back to my 150 mastery because it's an achievable number, and I'm adding one layer of Devour. So we just need to get our base marker here. Let's just do one quick test here. We're gonna nuke, and I need the number, and we need to remember this number. 47 is the number. 47 is the number. 150 mastery, and now we have, let's just say one skill set. Okay, so that's 18% skill damage and 80% basic. That's one Devour. I mean, one set of Devour gives you 18% skill damage and 18% attack basic damage. So with that said, and we have 150 there, everything is fine. Let's restart it. 47 was the number that we need to beat. Obviously it's going to be higher because we're adding skill damage. Now my question is because you're also adding 40% skill damage from the resolute buff, so how would the diminishing return be in that? So let's see, this is with one Devour set, basically Devour, but let's just play that. 5.3 is the number, 5.3. 5.3, so let's see, that was 600k that our damage rise. Now we're going with this one here. Let's see, 36%, 150% mastery still. And 5.3, and let's see how. So this is if you have like a double Devour with 150 mastery and 1 million HP, your damage is gonna be 6 million. So basically, I think the first one was 4.7 and then 5.3, and then so it's around 600 to 700 k damage that we are adding for every Devour set. So we are at 6 million damage, which this damage here actually equals the damage we had with 200% mastery and having the 10% HP burning. So that 10% HP burning and 200% mastery is the same as 150% mastery and double Devour. So Devour set is, as we know, pretty good, right? But let's just say that we add because you cannot use auras. You cannot use auras in trial mode, so we cannot test it out. Let's say we have a versatility aura. The versatility aura will give us 45% more skill damage at the max level, so that's going to be what, 81% skill damage. This is with double Devour and the versatility aura, as I believe is correct. Let's see here what the number is going to become. Let's see, because now with the resolute buff we are above 100% skill damage. So this is 4.7. 4.7 is the damage if we had a max versatility aura at full HP, and with a double Devour. So 4.7, we're just gonna have to remember that number. Now let's put it back down to the double Devour set here, and let's pretend that we added a what's it called, a hit Grandmaster aura that gives 20% HP, and I think so let's just say that we have 1, 2, roughly a number, right? So we're gonna do like this, 1 point, yes. So 1,270,000 HP, because that is roughly what you'd get with a hit Grandmaster. So let's see if we can get more than 7,400,000 here. Let's see. Gonna test if that aura. I know this is, of course, you cannot. There are a lot of scenarios that basically you can see the damage is the same. It's basically the same damage. So I think the conclusion here is that if you have hit Grandmaster aura, which is easier to build, is cheaper. At least in this case here, where you have a double Devour set, the HGM will be just as strong as having a maxed out versatility aura, which is harder to max, and at least on Erato, who scales with HP. So that is that's for her. And other than that, we can also come to the conclusion that there are diminishing returns. Mastery above 200% will be less value than adding, for example, a HP burning blessing, and you'll just have to play around with the numbers yourself on your own characters. You can sync your own stats. You can just go in here and sync if you have the hero, just click sync, and then you can add like blessings and stuff like that, right? And test if it's going to improve your damage a lot. Alright guys, I think this video has been very long, but thank you for watching anyways. Don't forget to like and subscribe my video and watch for more content. Cheers, bye.